What is going on, everyone? I think we could all agree that we are excited to see this 2023 Houston Texans offensive line go to work, but there is also some pressure, some expectations for them to be good this year, because now you are blocking for another franchise rookie quarterback, and his name is CJ Stroud. And we've seen two previous highly drafted quarterbacks by the Houston Texans get absolutely destroyed. David Carr, Deshaun Watson. Both of those dudes were absolutely being terrorized their first couple of years in the NFL. So to see the Houston Texans, general manager Nick Caserio, to see him invest into this offensive line the past number of years, also in this offseason, pulling out extensions left and right, the 2-3-year extensions that were given out this year were to offensive linemen, and PFF, they ranked all 32 O-lines across the NFL. We are going to see where the Houston Texans land, but before we do that, guys, welcome everyone to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calavillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content. Follow me on Twitter, on Instagram, on TikTok. I will drop those links right down there below. We are so close to 7,000 subscribers, so if you are new here, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's see where PFF has this Houston Texans offensive line ranked. Now, PFF has the Houston Texans ranked 25, the 25th best offensive line heading into the 2023 NFL season. They are ranked above the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are number 26. They are ranked above the Tennessee Titans, who are dead last at 32. You love to hear the Houston Texans being put above their division rivals, but number 25, I understand it, and I think it's fair. This Houston Texans team hasn't had a good offensive line in years, and I think if they want to move up this list, they need to show that they could protect CJ Stroud, they can create holes and lanes for Damian Pierce and Devin Singletary. This O-line group definitely has their work cut out for them, but I think as a whole, they will live up to the challenge. They also have a projected starter lineup here, and it starts with Laramie Tunsil, who was given one of the only few 3-year contracts this offseason. The Houston Texans made him the highest paid left tackle in the NFL, which he absolutely deserves. He should have been an All-Pro last year. He will definitely get the nod this year. Laramie Tunsil, to be quite honest with you, when I was thinking about this rebuild for the Houston Texans, he was maybe the only player that I wanted to keep here, that I needed to keep here. We knew he was going to be, protecting a young quarterback in the future. We now know it's CJ Stroud. And for Laramie Tunsil to also be bought in, to believe in what the Houston Texans are doing, it makes you more excited for this season, right? Laramie Tunsil is not only going to be the captain of the offensive line, but the captain of this whole entire team. He is an absolute dog. Go check out his vlog when he got that extension. Our boy John Crumpler, his tweet was on the video. I am excited for what number 78 is going to do this season. The list continues with second-year player Kenyon Green. And to be quite honest with you guys, I am on the fence. An up and down rookie year, and I was so hyped for him and so excited. He was the first interior offensive lineman taken off the board. We traded back our initial pick. We passed on guys like Jordan Davis and Kyle Hamilton, and I think Kenyon Green has a lot to prove this year. There are some people calling him a bust. I'm not going that far yet. We've seen, offensive linemen struggle in their first year, and we see them bounce back, in later years. Kenyon Green also have season knee surgery, which is cleaning up some stuff. He hasn't been at practice or OTAs. Head coach D'Amico Ryans has let us know that he is going to be trying to be there by training camp. He is getting stronger, though. I am excited to see what Kenyon Green does in year 2. It continues with your center being Scruggs, rookie. You traded for him in the second round. The more I read on Scruggs, the more I am falling in love with this pick. When he broke his back, not only was he learning how to walk again, but he was coaching his peers, coaching his teammates from the sideline. He also has a fire nickname in Juice. He has been given some praises at training camp, and I think as soon as we see him on the field, we are going to say this dude was the right pick. I know when we first drafted Scruggs, it was, who is this guy? But the more we read on him, the more we saw, the stuff he overcame. I mean, like I said, dude, you got to learn how to walk again, and you're getting awards for being a great guard in college football, a great center in college football. He is very smart. I think Scruggs is going to be a captain for this offensive line. Maybe not in his rookie year, but maybe in years 2 or 3. I am very high on Scruggs. Your right guard is Shaq Mason, who not only did you trade for in the offseason from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but he was given the second 3-year contract extension this year. The Houston Texans definitely invested into their offensive line. There was the obvious New England connection here, was with the Patriots, followed Tom Brady to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and then the Houston Texans saw their opportunity to get better, and they absolutely did that. This is another veteran / leader for this offensive line. He has playoff experience, Super Bowl experience. I think Shaq Mason is going to do very good for not only Scruggs, but the guy next to him who's going to be needing a very big payday in this offseason, and that is Titus Howard finally finding his home at right tackle. The type of play we are going to see someone who wants to get paid, and the Houston Texans might have to cough up that money. Titus Howard, I think, is going to show us that why we should have kept them at right tackle all these years instead of moving them across the offensive line. But I'm definitely excited for year 5 for Titus Howard. It continues and says, adding Shaq Mason, even though he was coming off a relatively poor year, with a shrewd piece of business by the Houston Texans this offseason. Houston finished as the worst team in the league at generating yards before contact in the running game, averaging just 0.8 yards all year, and Mason is one of the best run blockers in the NFL. They gave us some shade, yet they praise him. Overall, I think it is very fair that the Houston Texans are given number 25. I think they will get better, and at the end of the year, this will maybe be a top 15 to top 10 offensive line in the NFL. Let me know what you guys think. Am I too high, or is 25 perfect? Go Houston Texans. You guys have a very blessed day.